Alrighty, guys. Going through some trauma right now from what happened on the 15th of April, Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the morning. Nothing I've ever experienced in my 3 decades I've lived here, all my life. Nor has my father or my neighbor Jim. My father's lived here for 40, and my neighbor Jim's lived here for 55. But we had an EF1 twister touchdown in my neighborhood. It, I live I live between, on Ann Arbor's west side. I live between Jackson and Liberty Roads, in that neighborhood, and I live on Charlton. Um, I'm not gonna obviously give up. I'm not gonna give up my address, but I live on Charlton, just east of the senior living facility. But yeah, nothing my dad nor my neighbor or I have ever experienced, but we had a twister touchdown, and I'll tell you the whole thing. So what happened was, so 2 o'clock, we had this big line of bow echo, huge line of extreme severe weather pushed through. So the tornado siren sound at 2 o'clock in the morning, and we go to the basement, and it seems calm at first, like it starts to rain, and then all of a sudden it picked up to, like, the winds picked up to like 110 miles per hour, and that lasted for like nearly a minute. And of course we lost power right when that happened, and me and my dad looked out the basement window, and a lot of transformers were blowing up. We saw like a limb fly through our backyard and collide with our neighbor's garage, which fortunately didn't cause much damage. And whenever lightning flashed, there was green. The sky was green when the lightning flashed, and you could just see or make out a huge front, just this bulky belly of clouds just going right through. So yeah, it went right through my neighborhood. I don't know if it touched down completely, because obviously no homes were ripped off their foundations or any roofs ripped off homes, and there were no fatalities, thank God. But what happened was the twister touched down, or started to touch down, near the Maple Village shopping center where the old Kmart used to be. It's like a bunch, now Burlington, a bunch of other shops. And it ripped through Vets Park, and apparently there was two people in a car there was a car driving down the road at that time, and it blew the car off. The twister blew the car off the road with two people in it. Fortunately, no major injuries. The car landed on its side, ripped through Vets Park, tore tore off a part of the ice arena and of the Vets Park. Also, there's like a pool as well, and there's like security camera footage showing that happening. And then it cut over Jackson Road into my neighborhood, and when it passed over our house, our house shuddered very slightly. It didn't shudder like it was about to be ripped off, but it shuddered, and yeah, it's like, oh no. But yeah, fortunately, so then it passed, and a lot of trees fell over. There were a lot of trees in my neighborhood that were planted the same year the house. A lot of the old homes were built. Like, we live in a neighborhood of 40 zero houses, and further down there's 20 zero homes, and a lot of the trees that were planted, some of the Norwegian maples that were planted in the 20s, obviously were on their last legs, and they fell over. And then the twister passed over Liberty into the old West Side Historic District and ripped off the roof of one of the buildings on the former Argus camera factory complex, and then it stopped at 4th and William, and then that's where it stopped. So yeah, very sickening. A lot of people said their homes were shuddering when it came through, and there was a gas line that ruptured. Fortunately, there was no explosion. That got taken care of. So yeah, so I had 3 days off of work, and obviously our power went out, and it was not a good 3 days off for me. Our power got restored in less than 12 hours after the power went out, so it was pretty quick and swift. And it doesn't really look like anything passed through our neighborhood, but there's a lot of trees that have toppled over onto homes, and yeah, it's just a mess. I mean, it could have been a whole lot worse. Um, there was so yeah, so that's what happened, and hard to believe a twister cut through my area. It's hard to believe it didn't really seem that way, but it happened. So if you there were tons of confirmed tornado touchdowns all over the lower peninsula of Michigan, and there were a few EF3s that were in the northern part of the state near Traverse City, wherein they got like 6 inches of rain in like 24 hours. We got like 3 inches in 24 hours. The ground was super saturated, and yeah, and our basement almost flooded. I mean, thankfully it didn't. Like, the water was coming out of the sewer clean out. Fortunately, not a ton, but yeah, really, it was just sickening. So yep, so today I got 4 days of work. I was walking to work and walked through the areas. They showed a lot of my area on the news and people describing it. I walked down my route to work. I saw where the Argus building's roof was ripped off near the Bach Elementary School. No, I didn't attend that, but I attended Eber White, and there was some damage on that school as well. And Slauson was also had some damage. That was the middle school I went to. And yes, I filmed the bathrooms in all of those buildings. If you're wondering, if you've probably seen it. But yeah, so yeah, it was very, very sickening. And thankfully there were no fatalities. We checked our house, and it was surprisingly untouched. There was not a single shingle ripped off the roof. It was like as if nothing happened at all. But yeah, a twister passed over. So yeah, I'm all right. Just a little bit traumatized, and hope you guys are all right. Hopefully you didn't have to go through anything like this. So yeah, I'll be uploading videos soon. I just had a ton of family issues I have to get through, so I'll upload soon, I promise. So be safe out there, guys. And I'm liking your videos, checking all your video channels out and liking all your videos, and commenting on them. So keep up the good work, and be safe.